Dear USA, all nations and 7.9 plus billions of humans, I hope we are all on the same page on this regard that I'm providing very, very crucial, very, very important self justice for myself. And it's a multitasking is a wisdom. With that said, I'll quickly read through the civil justice so that we all can be on the same page. You know what this session is all about on a very, very highest level of overview, and I know you're laughing. I will work on to keep it short, okay? I'm still working on that because whenever there's a overview part of it, then I have to explain it long. So it's all about SNAP. It's called as a Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. It is always provided by all nations. Okay, it's a government funded program to assist the underprivileged, the poverty people, population. Okay, but then it looks like, sounds like good, isn't it? It looks like, sounds like heavenly, isn't it? It still looks like, sounds like, oh, free, like that. But then it's a deadly scandal, my dear fellow mankind. Those government, they treat the low-income population as a trash. The government of any nation, they treat the poverty, the low income, the underprivileged, the homeless, all those people as a trash. I already said they behave as if the dollars in the government treasury just belongs to them when it is not. I own it all, isn't it? But then today, where will the USA government, the federal government will have their faces? Because I'm just displaying all the crime. I'm just tearing down USA in pieces if we are all in the same page. Right? And all the workplaces, wherever I applied, they all got my message. So they all are hiding behind me because they know the severity of the crime and how excellent way, flawless way I educated in my resume without talking. You know, it's an excellent communication indeed. They all must be saluting me right now because the crime provided by USA federal and the state government is deadliest crime, my fellow mankind. What is the good news? The root cause who created all this destruction is being identified. So, what is the testimony I want to provide here? I already said, right, since 1935 only this government even bothered to think out, okay, why can't they provide a government aided assistance for the population? Now, but then 1935 to 2021 means imagine that many years passed, almost close to 100 years passed for a track record. Right. But then, can you all see why it is God's Holy Spirit mandated me to work on this very, very complex project called Poverty Free Earth End of the Year 2030 Volunteer Project in the first place? Out of 7.9 plus billions of humans are there. Why it is I alone God chose me? You all keep working on it. Who am I? I'll reveal it everything one by one. Okay, because I never knew I will decode all the truth all by myself, and that shattered me in pieces. I'm still in that is a standalone pain for me. Just leave it aside, okay, because I'm handling it, dealing with it. But then when I was working and I was educating, right, it is only after that the state of Wisconsin got slapped by me. Why? Because the government treats the poverty people as the trash, as a trash can, I would say. Got it? So that means in the name of saying that they're going to provide healthy grocery, finance aid services to them, they were just throwing out a garbage only to the underprivileged population, meaning they can get any unhealthy junk food, genetic modified foods like that, meaning they've been enforced with a limited, very, very limited amount. So then it looks on the hierarchy level, umbrella level, it looks like, sounds like heavenly. But the reality is whatever they got it in hands for the population, poverty population, they never got the real help, my fellow mankind. That is the truth. So that means whenever they are going to the retails or the grocery to get a gallon of milk or a loaf of bread or a dozen of eggs or healthy vegetables or things, they cannot afford that. What they can afford? The sugary drinks, the Coca-Cola, the Pepsi, the chips, because they are all cheaper category. And now hormones injected foods are a cheaper category. Like when you're considering a $10 organic cabbage versus a genetic modified cabbage $1, naturally they are in a very tight budget given by the government. So they will go and choose that, and they will get cancer or birth defects, and they'll be again in a finance debt mode. It's a poverty in a poverty creation mode. It's the deadliest kind. Now, when I started to educate the wisdom in the Poverty Free Earth of the Year 2030 Volunteer Project, I already said worldwide, nations, nation lead, everybody was in that classroom, I would say. They were running to that classroom, meaning they knew I'm a strict teacher, how I discipline and how I provide, justice just by having cane in my hand like that. But then what exactly happened was, it's a good thing, at least a baby steps, isn't it? Until I educated, state of Wisconsin, the educated population, the fancy society full of judges and theologians and educationists and scientists and doctors, nobody, not even one educated man or not even one educated woman knew. The government funded, provided, subsidized grocery finance aid assistance given to the poverty population must be healthiest. So after I slapped on the USA nation and all nations, it is USA, listen to me. I already said the Babylonians are aware of the true wisest of true Israel. Always it's a track record. It's forever. So they listened to me quietly, and immediately the state of Wisconsin is one of the states that they mandate a little bit of upgrade, telling that, hey, poverty people, yes, you can use a SNAP, grocery financial subsidized assistance finance aid, but go make sure that you're going to get healthy food, like that. So that's baby steps, but still long way to go. It's still a crime is a crime. It's tax fraud crime. They still collect tax on that. They still collect sales tax on that. They still collect federal tax on that. That's a crime. Now, leave everything. Today, you tell me, you all keep your God-given hands on your hearts and tell me what on the earth the Department of Children and Families organization in all 50 states is going to do. They are in the hot oil. Now tell me, is the crime of Walmart selling drugs is okay for you, or is the crime of Department of Children Families provided the SNAP tax fraud along with all that crap that they provided is healthy for you? Which one is okay for you? You all keep working on that answer from your endpoint of fellow mankind. Can you all see the severity of the crime I'm talking about? All my population in US and all nations are my blood drops. My blood is super boiling. Right. I own it all. I own every single dollar, the treasury of USA. I own it all. Right? A dime, a penny, $10, $5. I own it all. It just hurts me, right? It's the same for anybody. What would I have done? So, today, nobody can help Department of Children Families. Now, quarantine Department of Children Families one side, quarantine all the software coders one side. Now, you all be a judge for yourself. Now tell me who is at fault for you all. Is it software coders who never even know, do not have any clue about this, any kind of the crime provided by the Pope Francis, the Antichrist, and who fell in trap just because the high salaried professionals, the software coders, and they got into this entire mess without knowing anything of the crap that's going on? Or is it the fault of DCF, who are funded and sponsored by Pope Francis to provide that operations? Who is faulted here? Who is a villain here for you? Is it DCF? Is it software world? Or is it federal government? Is it state government? Is it Vatican? Is it Queen Elizabeth II? Is it Islam leaders? Who? Who is the true criminal here? Who created all this hell for you and for me and for everybody worldwide? Can you all see why software world is just hiding behind me and saluting me? They fear me only, my dear fellow mankind. Nothing can be done. Whatever is broken, whatever is damaged is damaged. The destruction is done is done. The destruction done to the government operations is a 50,000 years of destruction done. Now tell me, what is I'm God's gifted child mode? Without knowing anything, only I worked with DCF, isn't it? So I never knew. Down the road, down the years, I will start working on the poverty-free earth end of the year 2030 volunteer project, and I will crack down all the crimes. So can you all see, it is God only mandated me to work on every single assignment. It's also God's way of me to work on those systems. I never knew, isn't it? It hurts me a lot. Now, this crime, Harvard Law School is there, Harvard Medical School is there. Why nobody stood up and educated USA government about this error? It's a tax fraud crime, isn't it? When the poverty population do not have any finance to pay to get a gallon of milk, that's why they run to the government office doors and they knock on the door and ask them give them the finance assistance to go to the grocery store to get at least a gallon of milk. For richest people, they don't even care. The middle class people, it's okay because they live by paycheck to paycheck more, the middle class family. Anywhere between $1.50 to $10 to $6.50 is the gallon of milk. If you all want to go and choose the organic milk, it is costly. Hormone injected, the genetic modified milk is $1 or $1.50 anywhere. So imagine the pricing. Along with that, the sales tax and the federal tax and the state tax. So let's say that the grocery finance aid given by the government of USA is just $100. Okay. How do you think will it be enough for the civilian, the population who are poorest, regardless of employed or not, regardless of healthy enough or not, regardless of disabled or not? How can they go and to a grocery store and get whatever they want in a healthy way, organic foods with just $100? If you're going to mix and match with some organic, some non-organic itself, the cost will be high. So if you're going to want to get all organic foods, it will be skyrocketing even for the middle class people to handle it. So why there is no humans in USA, and year is already 2021, I proved it, right? For I proved that there are no humans yet in United States of America, when United States of America is proudly telling there are 300 million of population. I proved it, there are no humans in USA, and for that error display to the USA government, it is USA government should pay me $1 billion salary right now. My blood is boiling for whatever crime this USA government provided to the innocent population of USA. When all the population, 300 millions of population of USA, are my blood draw, I just cannot handle it. I just cannot handle it means war. I just cannot tolerate the injustice provided to the innocent population of USA. Don't y'all think I should get the civil justice my way, take the cane and discipline when people don't know what is humanity? Did education fail humanity, or did humanity fail education in USA? Can y'all see how it is always the educated population who are creating hell for fellow mankind? President Joe Biden, he don't even have to worry about getting whether he'll be able to get a gallon of milk or not. I already said for them, the Senate, House of Representatives, the Congress, the mayors, the governors, the presidents, they all, for even one single day, expense will be in thousands, like $50,000 or something like that. But then imagine why their eyes got blinded. They're all educated only. They all must go to the jail right now. DCF must be in the jail right now. Shamelessly, they cannot even operate. But then I'm extra empath, right? When I'm going to shut down all these organizations, it'll be population will get mad. Now I educated you all, so your blood must also be boiling, right? Because we are all humans born with emotions and feelings. And our blood cells are red color. When the same government can provide all the free loans and free finance aid for Las Vegas, Sin City, and war crimes, and Vatican created Swiss rifle drugs that created deadliest war crimes worldwide, the same government never even bothered to provide healthy help to the poverty population. So now we all got it. We all got it, right? Even that one big break is also made for good, right? Because I took that time to apply for the jobs. Regardless of me getting the job or not, I just applied it because I want to convey all this crime to everybody worldwide. Right? Everybody should know the crime provided by Pope Francis, Queen Elizabeth II. Now tell me, it's only after my education. Is this my job or is this your job? Government should do their job, isn't it? So only after my education, when I worked on the Poverty-Free Earth end of the year 2030 volunteer project, only then, the state of Wisconsin got fire slap from me, and they provided a healthy upgrade for how the SNAP process should be provided. It's still baby steps. As of today, I'm absolutely positive they never even helped any poverty people. Any. You go and ask, no. I'm absolutely positive on that. Because the software business logic and the calculator, everything written is wrong. Absolutely wrong. Now tell me, where will President Joe Biden go have his face today? This crime is deadliest, isn't it? And they make as if the poverty people to feel with a shame and guilt, as if it is their fault for being born as poverty mode. They treat the government of all nations, treat poverty people like that. When all the poverty population or my blood drops. It hurts. It's hurting me a lot. You all must be happiest that I'm not hiding my feelings, isn't it? And I know how to fix that particular piece of software code. I only know. Nobody knows that. They can, even immediately fearing me, they can do some here and there software patch. No, it's not going to work. Everything of the single line of the government aided software line of code is wrong. It's a 500 years of crime. 2019, they could have fixed it. They never fixed it. 2020, they could have fixed it. They never fixed it. 2021, they could have fixed it. They never fixed it. And it's a pattern that the government of USA is going to be a garbage. So don't you all think that I should step up, step in, and become the leader of USA and start guiding all the government operations on what they should do to provide the services to the population the rightful way? Yes, my dear fellow mankind. Whenever it's too much of emotional thing, I break down. Right? Because when the population are going to eat the genetic modified foods, they're going to get cancer, they're going to get infertility, they're going to get all kinds of sexual malfunction, they are going to get hormonal disorders, anything of that sort. Who created that? It is Pope Francis. And he is allowed to live free. And USA got all the curse because of that. USA should not even allow Pope Francis to live free. And he's living free. Queen Elizabeth is living free. No. I will only tear them in pieces. If you're with me, I'm tearing down United States of America in pieces. I'm tearing down Queen Elizabeth to cell by cell. I kept knife on the neck of Pope Francis. Whether he going to say Hail Mary or Rosemary or whatever crap, he'll be thrown in the volcano in Hawaii for this government operations got destroyed. He is a poverty creator. I can use all kind of curse words that's in the earth. Nobody will dare to ask me why. So that means it's almost like a war. The Gladiator movie last scene mode. Got it? Workplace are hiding behind me. Public sectors are hiding behind me. Private sectors are hiding behind me. Software world are hiding behind me. Military are hiding behind me. Banking sectors are hiding behind me. Insurance are hiding behind me. Nobody will dare to help Pope Francis when he is going to shout for help. He will be gone in ashes in volcano in Hawaii according to the Holy Bible guidelines only. Who is he? I never asked for Pope. Did you all ask for Pope crap? Who is Queen Elizabeth? I never asked for that crap. Did you all ask for Queen Elizabeth to crap? Who is Islam leaders, Dalai Lama, yoga gurus? I never asked for those crap. Did you all ask for those craps? I never asked for absolute monarch crap. Did you all ask for absolute monarch crap? And the nation do not have any birthright to provide absolute monarch organization. USA provided it anyways, and it is going to pay the price. The price is $1,500,000 trillion. Just direct deposit to my bank account. It is okay if all the people are going to shout out, oh, this lady is super greedy. Yes, let it be. I will say, can I take my cards? Can I take back the acid that was thrown on my face? Can anybody create new? Can anybody of you all can create new brain and give me? No, right? Then I will say, just back off. I know how to discipline the foolish people as a true civil doctor. This is the deadliest crime the state of Wisconsin and all the states of USA provided in the name of Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program called SNAP. So that means I educated each and every single civilian in USA Their bloods all must be boiling, right? And even in that mode, I will only say, population of USA, stay calm, stay tight. I'm talking for you all. I'm the mouthpiece for you all. Just believe me, blinders. I sure will get the medical finance care compensation for everybody worldwide. Yes, it's a blood boiling mode because of the injustice provided by United States of federal government, state government is deadliest crime, tax fraud crime. And I mandated United States of federal government, President Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and all the state governors and the mayors and the Senate and the Congress and the GOP and the House of Representatives to be handcuffed and kneel down in front of 7.9 plus billions of humans. They just cannot escape the justice process. They just cannot. I forgot the Nancy Pelosi, the lady, the speaker. Right? Are they humans? What would you have done if Pope Francis and Queen Elizabeth says, oh nations, oh government officials, create more poverty for the poverty people, do not provide any help to the poverty people, means what would you all have done? So can you all see, because of creating this kind of a tax fraud crime, how Pope Francis and Queen Elizabeth were throwing luxury after luxury to the USA government and nobody knew. And nobody knew why there's a salary gap. Right? Nobody knew why always the richest are richest and poorest are poorest, why there is a never-ending loop of a poverty. Nobody could figure out the root cause. I displayed the root cause to the USA government, and it is USA government should pay me tax-free $1 billion salary exclusively for I displayed the crime. So with that said, so this much how the overview went long again. I know you're laughing, isn't it? But then instead of 1 hour, it became 27 minutes. So in another few minutes, I will read through the civil justice, okay? Why Republican, Democrat, Senate, GOP, Congress, House of Representatives, mayors, governors, presidents, vice presidents never knows grocery must be 100% free to the population of any or all nations, and year is already 2021. Did education fail humanity, or did humanity fail education? I, Vethapriya, PROSE, proved root cause for any or all of USA government errors, and I want civil justice as in Holy Bible guidelines only. Civil justice as of April 3rd of 2021 is Antichrist Pope Francis must resign now, and I, Vethapriya, PROSE, must be the Vatican leader now. 46th President, lawyer, Democrat Joe Biden of USA must resign now, and I, native Indian tribe, true owner of USA, must be interim leader of USA now. At fault and found guilty of crimes of Vatican, DCF agency in all 50 states of USA must be sealed and shut down in next 1 second for classified human endangerment and tax fraud crime, and I alone can bail out DCF agency of USA. Nobody can. USA must pay tax-free $1,500,000 trillion to IM in next 1 second, and state of Wisconsin must pay tax-free $500 billion to IM, and USA DCF agency per state times 50 states is 50 times of 50 is tax-free $2,500 billion to IM. So what is the homework assignment for you all? Do you all know for your birthrights that always grocery should be 100% free to the population in all nations? Yes or no? Thank you all for your time. Take care, my dear fellow man. Can have a good day.